Hey everybody, this is Nick and Goddess for MRCTV, and we're here at the Manassas National Battlefield Park in Manassas, Virginia, where we're asking people where exactly they stand on the Confederate statue debate. We're here to talk to regular Americans and get their take on the issue. What is your name and where are you from?
Tim York from Pennsylvania.
Herndon, Virginia.
From D.C.
From Chickamauga, Georgia.
San Diego, California.
Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe recently said that all Confederate monuments and statues should be removed. Do you agree with Governor McAuliffe?
I do not.
Personally, I don't believe that that's such a great idea.
I think I'd have to disagree with him.
I would disagree with him.
Well, simply for the fact that just by removing a monument, you can't erase history.
You know, the idea was to commemorate the people who fought in the Civil War, Confederate or Union, and it was a long time ago.
I think that's part of who we are as a country.
It's part of our history, and just like World War II, where the Nazis did something that we disagreed with, it's important to remember it for future generations so we don't make the same mistake in the future.
It's a bit of a distraction for people who are advocating for equal rights or whatever to be focusing on something that, you know, really is quite old in terms of history.
I think it'd probably be a better idea to go ahead and maybe elaborate a little bit more on the person that the monument signifies, but you still need to, we need to remember who we are as a country, and that's a big part of who we are as a country.
What's your opinion of how this statue debate has affected the country?
I think it's become more divisive, and I think we were listening to the radio on the way over here this morning. There was a gentleman that's supposed to announce a football game that's name is Robert Lee, and he's being removed. And I mean, it's on the verge of insanity.
A lot of people are only looking at surface level of how it may possibly offend people, but not actually going deeper and understanding the lessons that can be learned from this.
I think there's a lot of hot heads on both sides. I think reasoned discussion and discourse is a whole lot more productive.
I guess in a lot of ways it's gotten out of control. It is important to always discuss these things. I just don't know if it's something that has to lead to the extremities that you've seen everywhere.
These statues and monuments, a lot of them have been up for at least a century. Why do you think this has become such a hot button topic now?
Well, it's a good question, and I wish I knew the answer to that.
I think probably because we're becoming more of a self-centered, self-focused society, and so it boils down to what do I think, what is my opinion, and if you don't share my opinion, then you're wrong, versus what the country was built on was free speech.
Just kind of the nature of the politics today being more divisive and almost a sense of entitlement. One person's values and trumping another person's values have all contributed to it.
I just feel like it's a bit of an artificial issue. It's just something that has become divisive in part because the media has played it up so much.
I just think it's the new thing that news media is interested in. It fluctuates every month of what the new hot topic is, and I just think this is the new thing that's been overblown.
Willing to debate, willing to discuss, willing to agree to disagree. That's part of what's made our country great in the past, is just having that ability to say, hey, you know what, okay, you don't agree with me and I don't agree with you, that's okay, we can still live in the same country together and wave the flag and be happy to be here.
The one thing that I've been thinking about is, according to my faith, there's only one person that ever walked the earth that was perfect. And God knows no one would want statues erected to him in this country. I think so we have to be willing to accept our past.
Well, that just about does it for us here at the Manassas National Battlefield Park in Manassas, Virginia, where the general consensus has been that if you don't want to repeat history, why would you ever get rid of history? We are going to continue covering this hot button issue and many others. Stay tuned to MRCTV for more. I'm Nick Kangadas.